Guys, we were building Necromancer wrong, so let me show you this raid boss. Want to build this broken character for yourself? Let me explain the build. So for this build you want to pick a race that get proficiency with shields. It can be half-elf or human. And when you're trying to build Necromancy Wizard, you're building Wizard, yeah? We're not building Necromancy Wizard today, we're making Sorcerer. Necromancy Sorcerer, yeah. First of all, we got a lot more variety and power in our hands. But we will try to make this guy as thematically close to Necromancer as possible, and this character will be insane. So we're starting with Bone Chill, Necromancy cantrip, nice versus undeads and pretty powerful too. But also Firebolt is really important and powerful stuff in our hands. Shocking Grasp, just in case we will be in melee range in early game, it's useful, and Minor Illusion. It's useful for exploration stuff, just in case you need to pass behind your enemy backs and other stuff. When you're choosing spells, you will get access only to 2 spells as Sorcerer, but we don't need more spells actually. Important to pick right subclass. Our subclass will be Draconic Bloodline. This subclass gives us Draconic Resilience, which increases armor class to 13, so basic armor class is really high already. And we're gaining more hit points maximum for each level. Most of Draconic Ancestors will give you spells that can be learned basically, like when you're leveling up. Only one unique is a White Dragon, which gives you Armor Forgetters that will give you additional temporary hit points, which is really cool, so we're taking this one. And for our spells of choice, I would go with Magic Missile just in case you need to hit, guarantee hit in early game, and because our Draconic Ancestor is white, it's Cold Dragon, I would go with cold spells, just to make thematically our character look like Lich King, it's Necromancer with some cold spells. So Ice Knife, or you can pick like any spells you like, it doesn't matter too much right now. We're building Necromancer for really powerful and crazy dude in the late game especially. When we're distributing our abilities, it's very important to have high Charisma, our main spellcasting ability, and then we need high Constitution and Dexterity. Intelligence, Wisdom and Strength is not too important for my build, so we can go all in. We can go with 17 Charisma, with 16 Dexterity and 15 Constitution from the start of the game. And now our leveling. We're going straight into Sorcerer. Second level, you need to pick your spell. A lot of people likes Shield spell. In my opinion, Draconic Sorcerer don't need more armor class. You don't need to waste spell slots for this stuff. Better go with Thunder Wave or Witch Bolt. I prefer Thunder Wave just in case I need to push my enemies away from me. And also we're getting class passives, Meta Magic, we're picking Twin Spell and Distant Spell to be able to cast from long distance, or to cast 2 spells with our sorcery points. Level 3 gives us additional spell, now from level 2. Strong spell will be Scorching Ray, but because we're going into this cold wizard style necromancy guy, I want to really pick spells from level 2 that doing damage. We can live with Magic Missile and Thunder Wave. We don't need the Shatter anymore, anyway, so I would go with Misty Step and then Hold Person. We get in Momentum Magic, it will be quickened spells, now we can cast spells with sorcery points as bonus action. Very powerful stuff. So level 4, cantrips, it will be a Ray of Frost or Poison Spray, whatever you like more. Picking Hold Person because we haven't picked it already. Also Cloud of Daggers can be very useful in some situations. But most importantly, we're picking Feat right now. It will be ability improvement, +1 into Constitution, +1 into Charisma. Easy. Now we're level 5. Level 5 will give you spells from level 3 and it will be Lightning Bolt. Very powerful spell. Also, I recommend picking Counter Spell over here. So we're picking Counter Spell on level 6. Level 7 opens gates for level 4 spells, and that's where we want to pick Ice Storm, our ice spell, and also Blight, our necromancy spell. So level 8 it will be Blight right now, and our feat of choice, again it will be ability improvement into charisma to have more chances to hit our spells. Then from level 9 we get spells from level 5. So good spells will be Insect Plague, very nice concentration spell and powerful one. Cloud Kill is nice spell too, in case you need concentration spells. Cone of Cold, to keep our cold thematic stuff going on. Hold Monster is really nice too, so that's spells to consider on this level. And finally level 11, where we can pick spells from level 6. Of course it will be Circle of Death, Necromancer spell with really powerful damage. Also I like to switch some stuff that I'm not using right now, maybe it's Lightning Bolt, to another level 6 spell like Disintegrate, really powerful one, 10d6 plus 40 force damage, so why not to have it in our arsenal. And now main question for us, do we need any additional feat? Actually, no, for this character we don't need any additional feats, we don't need any additional spells. That's why I think you need to consider right now or even a little bit before. Do you want one level in Wizard? Just in case you want to learn more spells. Problem that your spells won't be casted with your intelligence. But there's really one big and good reason to pick Wizard. So I'm picking Wizard right now because we don't need any additional feats, and let me explain you why we want to be one level in Wizard. You can pick it a lot earlier, and yeah, just to learn some spells. But what spells? Spells that don't require you to have any good spellcasting ability. And of course it's spells like Animate Dead, to become real Necromancer, so you can learn it and prepare this spell as Wizard. Now you can animate dead and create a lot of powerful undeads. Your only problem will be is your spell slots will be limited with your intelligence. You will see how this build plays out, so you can definitely just respect your character and lower your constitution a little bit. So something like 14 dexterity, 14 constitution and 14 intelligence is really nice and acceptable. Another good spells you can learn is of course Bestial Communion, that you can find in Act 3, Summon Quasit, it will summon Shovel from Act 1, Conjure Elemental, summons powerful elementals, and Minor Elemental, not so powerful elementals. Also, Artister of War is really useful too, it uses no spellcasting ability at all, so you can use it to inflict really nice damage. So I'm not going too much in detail with this build, but I will explain what to get, where to get a little bit. First of all, Stalker Mantle. It's available only to Dark Urge characters, so if you're not playing Dark Urge line, you can't get exactly this raid boss build. You will be fine, you can play it, but all strategies won't be really available to you without this mantle, because this mantle gives you ability to become invisible for 2 turns when you kill enemy. Very powerful stuff. Then you want to find any gear that gives you spell save DC or spell attack roll. Hood of Vith from Act 3, +2 to these bonuses. Robe of Vith, again, +1 to these bonuses and extra armor class. Helldusk gloves or any other gloves that got similar attributes with bonus to spell save DC. There is no boots, so boots that give you some mobility like Misty Step, Instigating Nightwalkers will work. Amulet of Devote, it's Cleric Amulet but gives you +2 bonus to spell save DC. And one ring can be any ring like Ring of Protection, which gives you armor class. And then our second ring and our weapons. So second ring will be Crypt Laundered Ring, which give you level 6 spell, Create Undead. You can create Mummy for yourself. At the same time, Staff of Cherished Necromancy, super powerful Necromancy stuff, and to get this awesome gear you need to go to Act 3 and finish quest. Without spoiling too much, you just need to go to Fillgrave Mansion on the bottom of the last part of Act 3 and then just finish quest over here. If you do it, you will get this awesome Staff of Cherished Necromancy and a ring. As I mentioned, you want to pick a race that proficient with shields to equip any good shield. And without any heavy armor or other cool stuff, you will finish with 22 AC with exactly this build, which is really high. What is this stuff for? First of all, creatures will have disadvantage on saving throws against our spells. It will be harder for them to succeed and resist spells. It's very good because a lot of spells, our necromancy spells like Blight and Circle of Death, will require saving throw for enemy. And if enemy succeeds, they will take half damage. Now it's almost impossible for them. Also because we got this spell save DC. What it's doing, it's basically increasing number enemies need to roll to resist our spells. But main part about this stuff is life essence. When you kill hostile creature, you gain in life essence. And this gives you ability to cast Necromancer spells without consuming spell slots. That's incredible broken, and what makes this guy is really like overpowered Necromancer. When you're doing basic Necromancer, yeah, you're gaining more powerful summons, but in the late game it doesn't matter too much, they won't be really powerful anyway. So instead of making really not super powerful wizard, we made Sorcerer, with ability to create sorcery points from our spell slots, or to create more spell slots with our sorcery points. So sorcery points gives you ability to cast spells from distance. Large distance is really insane. For example, Circle of Dash can be casted like when we're standing near this shop, and I can hit this guy. Range is really incredible, it will be almost impossible for him to hit us. Also, we get ability to use Twin Spell, so instead of hitting just one target with our spell, we can do it on 2 targets. It's very useful for stuff like Disintegrate, level 6 spell, so you can do it on 2 targets, very powerful. And also don't forget we get a lot of summons. Most of the summons will be level 5 spell slot, we don't have enough spell slots. And we can even upcast Animate Dead. Most of the time Animate Dead is level 3 spell that requires few corpses, and then you can make few skeletons of zombies. Or you can create the ghouls with level 5 spell. Or you can upcast it to level 6 to create 3 ghouls. Ghouls is really powerful, and that's main problem of normal Necromancer wizard. He just don't have enough spell slots. So with this build we don't need spell slots from level 1 mostly, we can just create sorcery points from level 1 spell slots. It will take some time, then just cast Armor of Forgetfulness on yourself. I recommend using spell slot level 4, it's powerful but not very useful for you most of the time. And now we just need to find some corpses. If you kill people with Necromancer spells, corpses won't be really useful to you, so be careful with it. But coolest part, we basically don't need rests as this type of Necromancer. For example, this lady. We can use Arcane Recovery to get our spell slot level 1, and then just cast Magic Missile on her. She will be dead in no time. And now we finally got our Consume Life Essence. I just turn it on, we get 1 charge, and now we can upcast Circle of Dash. I mean, it's level 6 spell, so we don't need to upcast it, we can cast it, and it will do from 8 to 48 damage. Not enough to kill this lady with 58 HP. But Blight, upcasted to level 6, will make up to 80 damage. And don't forget we can use our sorcery points to cast at 2 targets at the same time. So upcasted Blight at 1 target and on 2nd target, just in case. Fight starts. As you can see, this guy will no longer be a problem. And now we get 2 stacks of Life Essence. Again, turning on Consume Life Essence, using Blight and upcasting it to destroy our target. And we are sure to destroy her. Now we are invisible because we are playing like Dark Bush mostly. And most of the time you won't have enough movement speed to run away from this place to be safe. We can use bonus action and use Misty Step to reposition ourselves outside of the battle, like over here maybe. But also as Sorcerer we get access to this fly action. So to save some movement speed you can use Fly. And this won't break your invisibility like Misty Step will. And now basically you can use level 6 spell slots as much as you wish, just use Circle of Dash and it will destroy all enemies in this area. Don't forget, if you need some corpses for Animate Dead, don't kill them with Necromancer spells, instead use like normal spells. Still you got this Artistry of War stuff, so you can use this stuff. It's doing really high damage, and it's basically like Magic Missile but a lot more powerful. Or just like basic cold spells will work too. Also, no matter how you kill enemies, as you can see, stacks will stack. And now I got 17 times I can use this Life Essence. So what is coolest part? You can basically come and destroy your enemies. And then you will become invisible, so just fly away. A little bit. And this strategy will work if you play in solo, completely solo. It works for party builds, your party will fight right now, but look what happens when we play in solo. Now everyone going to find us. They will try to find us, but it's impossible because we're not here. Right now we are standing over there. So voila, and fight is over. Everyone is fine. We are completely invisible, and now we can start our fight differently. Basically using Consume Life Essence, upcasting Animate Dead, it's a Necromancer spell. You can use ghouls or flying ghouls, whatever you like more, and just create army. Really powerful army of ghouls. Now you got your party. Create Undead from your ring, doesn't require any spell slots, so you can freely cast it. And for Conjure Elemental or Summon Diva, of course you will need spell slots from level 5. But you got a lot of sorcery points, so you can destroy some spell slots from level 3, level 1, create sorcery points for level 6 and level 5, and just summon this Diva, for example, and some powerful elementals. Maybe like guys like Air Myrmidon, one of my favorite ones. So we get nice party of additional bodies, and this guy is really powerful, even when we're not playing as Necromancer. So we're becoming a really scary dude for this town. Because when you're playing Wizard or any other type of character, you're right now kinda out of spell slots and need long rest. As Necromancer, no, you don't, you're like completely fine. Just turn on this Life Essence stuff and use Upcasted Blight to level 6 without any problems, as much as you wish. And if enemy wants to fight, you know what to do, just rinse and repeat. 80 damage maximum, almost impossible to resist, which doing really nice amount of damage. In case there's a lot of enemies, always use Circle of Dash, very powerful stuff. While it's doing a lot less damage, it's doing damage in this area around your target, which is really powerful. But make sure not to stay in this circle, because it will damage you at the same time. Still, who cares when you get a lot of summons that can stun your enemies, or even do Restful Smite with a lot of damage. Diva is really powerful guy, but misses a lot. In case Circle of Dash can damage your summons, don't forget just to use Twin Spell and maybe Blight, upcast it to level 6 without consuming any spell slot, so chances to hit is incredible, damage is insane, Life Essence stacks is almost unlimited, so it's really to keep them up. And in case you not used your level 6 spell slots, you always can use Twin Spell, Disintegrate, and just destroy 2 targets at the same time. Oh my goodness. That's super evil build if you wanted to be this Necromancer guy. And in my opinion, a lot more powerful than normal wizard with unlimited spell slots and other stuff. Oh my. Also one of the cool parts, you won't be invisible when you start in combat against not enemies, so only after I started combat this guy became enemy. So now I can do our stuff and destroy him, and only now I will become invisible and can reposition myself. Another useful combination is Hold Person, of course. You can upcast it to try and cast on 6 persons in one time, in one spell basically. So let's try it, how much enemies will be holded, a lot of them actually. And when you hold in persons, you can use Disintegrate to make critical hit. Oh no, it's not using attack roll, so there will be no critical hit, but stuff like Ice Knife will do critical hits. So you can inflict really nice amount of damage on these holded persons with attack roll spells like Ice Knife, for example. Really incredible amount of frost damage. Easy, straightforward, and very funny build to use. That will definitely destroy a lot of your enemies. And it's definitely looking like you're Lich King of some sort. Make sure not to destroy yourself with Circle of Dash, but still it's very funny, cool, and in my opinion pretty unique build to play. I hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next videos.